All right. I think I'm live. Hello, hello. Yeah, it's early. I haven't been on for a while. Sorry about that. I'm going through this whole thing with being retired and having had to leave. Oh, great. And we got the sound. Oops, haven't done that in about 3 years. But yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of going through a transition period, but there's ups and downs, and I haven't been doing much. Hi, MK Karen. Good to see ya. But I figured I'd come on because there's a lot to read on. I was gonna record, and then I thought, why don't I just go live? Hey, Trudy. Trudy, did you used to be Trudy Lee? Just asking, because I people change their names, so I don't always know. Hi, Dawn Turner. Hi, Deb Bartlett. Welcome. Wow. So I do have the camera. And I know last time I came on, oh, you weren't treated the okay. That's okay. Um, and I can't talk. There's a hair tickling my nose. Okay. Hi, Barb. So I had a poll and I never saw the results of the poll because once you stop the video, it's gone. So I'm not going to do those anymore because I can't see the results. There's no way to get it. Um, Hi, David S. So there's no way for me to see it. So if I do a poll again, I'm gonna have to do it in the posts. So welcome everybody. There's a lot to read on today. This hair is just tickling my nose and I can't find it. Oh, sorry. Is it in my glasses? Yeah. And recently in this office, I've been having like problems with spiders. So like last night, I have one of my shelves over there that has all my cards. And from the light, I turned the light on last night because I was looking for something from my job I needed to see. And I saw this web and I'm like, no, I hate spiders so much. They scare me. I've literally been sitting at this desk. I remember in 2018 when we were furloughed for a month and I'm sitting there on my computer and no joke. And there's a fan above me. There's a spider that came across and it comes down right about here. Scared me half to death. I jumped out of my chair. I did manage to capture it, but oh my Lord, I just my whole life. Okay, enough about the spiders because I get into the whole thing where before I went to bed as a kid, I was checking under the bed and all around the room before I would go to sleep because I had one crawl over my eye when I was a kid. I can't open eye too. All right, so all right, I'm sorry. Let's not get into that. All right, so before I get started, I do have some topics and I do want you to put your questions in. So just put that out front. I want to let you know that on Tuesday evening, Scott Allen and I are getting back together again after probably a couple of years. You know, it's been a while since he and I have collaborated. So I'm really looking forward to hanging out with Scott for about an hour or so. It could be longer. Depends on how much fun we're having. So, and how he's feeling. He's still working. I'm not. But yeah, so really looking forward to that. So make sure that you subscribe here. It's going to be on my channel. So I got to get the views back in here. I got to get going. But yeah, today I woke up and I was thinking, I've got to read on this. We've got the crypto fiasco meeting. Hi, Rose Blue. Hi, Moonchild. And we've got that whole thing. We've got Trump is taking on the government unions. And I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, oh, he kills the government unions. And guess what, folks? He's coming after the rest of you. All right. He will be coming after the rest of the unions in the country. He's will not stop at anything. It's like once he goes after the federal employees, and I'm not trying to scare everybody, but we're seeing this. He goes after the people, and we don't like this at all. Nobody should like this. It is not okay. Yeah, there's a lot of subject. So please put your questions in all caps. Oh, what happened to my banner? My banner's gone. All right, hold on a second. Everything somehow got messed up in here. Okay, there it is. Okay, yeah. So please like and subscribe. Stick with me. I know I'm in fits and starts. I'm trying to get myself comfortable again, acclimated with YouTube again, and it's just a different. It's a different feeling this time around for me. But I want to read for you. And so let's get started. Enough of this. Okay. Called Acre Trader for. Yes. Oh, yeah. And the tariffs. Oh, I forgot to add that in there. The tariffs. Let me get into my. Let's add the crazy tariffs. We'll add another one. Ouch. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay. What should I start with? Do we do the bill, the budget bill, the crypto mess? What do you guys want to start with? We're still doing political now. I haven't gotten into the personal ones yet. I need to exercise my medium muscles because it's been a while since I've done. I mean, I do it in other forms, but I have to get back into that. So we will. I'm feeling gun shy on the personal ones, but I'll be back with that. I'm actually considering. I'm going to put this up here. I'm actually considering setting up a show. Maybe this long weekend, I'll do something. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. Since I don't do a lot of other stuff these days, I probably could do that. All right. Well, yeah. As long as spiders don't have spots. Oh, no. I just don't like any of them. I can't. I'm always chasing them around in here. So, all right. Guest with mask going by Ogle? I'm not sure. Okay. Let me grab something. Not this banners. I need the politics banners. Okay. You know what? Let's look at this jet. Because what the actual F? Oh, yes. And thank you. Please remember to hit the like button, ring the bell, and subscribe and share. Oh, also a note on that. I got a comment from someone that they wanted me to set up notifications. Okay. I can't set up notifications. I've clicked the little thing in the background that's supposed to send notifications. But if you would like to be notified, please like and subscribe and hit the bell, and that will give you a notification when I come on. Again, like I said last time, I will be setting up actual times where I'm going to be in, but I'm trying to figure out what works. And as I'm still dealing with the grief from the job situation and the total destruction of my office. And yesterday, the reason I found the spider web was because I was looking for my thing from my personnel from the system when I was in that shows my admin code. And I found a list from my agency of every office that was deleted. And sure enough, there was my whole division. So I just wanted to, so I don't know. I mean, they've deleted like the Office of Financial Management, which means there's no one doing budget and accounting for my agency. They've killed the HR. They've killed acquisitions. I mean, it's like just whatever. So who is this? About that guest who's not going to remove. Oh, I have not seen this. I'm going to have to look at that. I don't know anything about this, Trudy. I'm going to have to look into this. All right. Let's get going. I can go on. Okay. Yeah. The jet grift and gift. All right. Got the camera set up. We are ready to go. All right. I'm going to use the Pulp Tarot and welcome everyone. All right. Enough. I got to get busy. Let's get to work. All right. This is crazy because the whole thing about this, and if you remember, he needs a new plane. Okay. Let's think about this for a second. So he's been flying around in Jeffrey Epstein's plane. Okay. And don't forget, for entertainment purposes only. So, all right. And when we get to the crypto thing, I don't do financial stuff, and I really don't know anything about the crypto, except that what I understand is he's like just taking money from people. But we'll get into that. All right, let's look at this jet. Now, I'm trying to think of my angle on this. Hi, Vicky. Let me see. Like, what is he going to be able to? I mean, will anyone stop it? Because this is going to cost taxpayers enormous amounts of money. Like, is anyone going to step in is what I want to know. Okay. Oh, yeah. It is going to be more money. Boy, this is really crooked. A minute. This is really crooked. Okay. Hold on a minute. Well, all right. And my StreamYard is messed up too. So if you see things, there's some weird things happening. All right. What do we have with this plane? Okay. Get in there. All right. All right. So 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, because he's all upset because he can't have a new plane. And the current, Air Force One, and there's actually 2 of them. There's like Air Force One and Air Force Two. But I guess they're aging a little bit. Crooked also. Yes. 45. Yes. So he's kind of feeling like, oh, I don't look as good in these planes. You know how he is. I'm not trying to be biased. I'm sorry. I worked under the regime in 1.0. I have a different outlook. I'm just going to say. But we have the sun and everybody can see what he's doing. This is really enlightening. We can see it's in plain sight, folks. We can see what he's up to. It is not in any way, shape, or form being hidden from us. We can see it. 10 of Wands, burden. So, and the reason I guess what's coming out is I'm getting the energy around him and how he's doing right now. And the kind of the whole situation. It's not answering the question yet, but the burden is reversed. So he's just like, I'm just going to do it in plain sight and nobody's going to say anything to me. I'm just going to be here and I'm going to take it. And we're just going to do it and we're going to hold the government to it. But here's the High Priestess. Okay. This is the one. This is where we know what's going on. We already see, she sees what's going on in the background. She knows what's happening. Knight of Wands. So this is just running in and doing it. So he's just going for it. Right now. And I've been asked before if I'm biased and I read the cards. No, I'm not. As you can see these cards, this is how I do it. And it's like, I'm trying to remember. This is the question I asked. What are the cards coming through? And this is what the cards say to me. So I'm not being biased, although I do have my own opinion because I'm human. Page of Cups reversed. That's kind of like when someone's giving you something. The Queen of Pentacles. Ooh, he feels very secure. Ooh, but there will be justice. Yep. That's right. And Boeing. And I'm not sure if this aircraft from Qatar is a Boeing or not, but it's an older plane, I believe, also. So we're actually getting new planes that are being built by Boeing, as Rose Blue is mentioning. So, yeah, those will be new. All right, so we have the Page of Cups. So this is kind of where I'm going to. It's reversed. So it's kind of like when someone's giving you a gift of this fish. I hate the fish in the cup thing. I need a sip of water. My throat's getting dry. This was almost coffee. And then I was like, nope. I had enough coffee, which is probably why I have a lot more energy right now. Okay. So the gift is, there's like something wrong with the gift, right? Yes, Boeing has been having issues, old silver. Queen of Pentacles, but he feels safe. He feels very safe in accepting this plane. He just thinks he's untouchable. But we've got the Justice card. So justice will happen. And I do truly believe that my own belief and having worked for the government for 34 years in the executive branch, I do believe that justice is still coming. And we're seeing the Supreme Court pushing back on him. All right, I want to go a little more into this, though. I want to pull some more cards because I feel like we could get a little deeper into it. Hi, Jackie B. So, oh my gosh, 30 people watching it. 9:54 a.m. in the morning. I almost started earlier, but I still haven't curled my hair or anything, but who cares? All right, let's pull from the cards that never lie. Welcome, Jackie B. Welcome, everyone. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe if you want to see some more. So I'm using the overhead camera. I'm being told that you guys like it. If you don't like it and you'd rather me hold the cards up, let me know. I'm open. Because although on Tuesday with Scott, I will not be using the overhead camera. So we will not have it. He doesn't use that. So I'm going to skip that. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I want to get an idea if it will be soon, if they're going to like, somebody's going to step in. Will it be soon? Okay. And timing is hard. Although, you know what I should use? Wait a minute. I keep forgetting these cards are here. I don't know if you guys remember Lilac Lantern, but she had these great cards that came out in the during the pandemic. Here's her for entertainment purposes only. I haven't used these in a while. So let's take a look at these. These are fun. These are her own cards, and they're different. But let's do these. I want to get an idea. I like these cards. I haven't seen her. I don't know what happened to Lilac Lantern. Hope Andrea's okay out there. Maybe she just needed to do something else. So, yes, I wish her well if you're out there. Although she wouldn't be subscribed to this because this is a new channel. She would have been subscribed to my old channel. But all right, let's take a look. I'm going to use her cards here. I'm trying to get them in sight. I have no idea what I'm pulling. I want to see if it's going to be soon. Right. This wasn't a gift, Trump. Yeah. Ooh, chaos. So I'm going to put that up. World leaders, the plus sign, the storm. Need one more. Decision. Hi, Yolanda. I remember you. Okay, good. Let's say seeing names. All right. So what we have here, I'm just going to put them all together. We have chaos, and you know that he sows chaos. You know. Yeah. It's being shown as a gift, but he can't accept it. He really can't. I know he's doing it. He shouldn't be doing it. It is illegal, blatantly illegal. All right. It's not like, and yeah, and I want to say something too. Now, I know somebody threw out the Statue of Liberty. Okay. The Statue of Liberty is different. It's in a harbor where everybody can see it and enjoy it and experience it and go in it. Now, if you think for 1 minute we're going to get to fly on that plane, the American people aren't going to. And you know he's not going to let it sit there at some library and not use it. He's going to use it for his own purposes. It's not a gift. And technically, it would belong to the government, except we don't accept things like that. I mean, when I was a federal employee, I couldn't accept anything more than $20. And I didn't like accepting anything. So I didn't want to be, I hated it. So it's like that kind of stuff is just, you just can get in trouble. And for him to accept a $433 million plane from Qatar or Qatar or whatever, I can't talk today, but you know, and they were all September 11th on us. So whatever, I don't know. So let's get back to these. So we have the world leaders. Okay. So yeah, he's getting it from another country. He's receiving it. Somebody has to, there is a storm about this though. My nose is just tickling. It's driving me crazy. I don't know if there's a hair on my nose or what's going on. Okay. So he's adding this plane. There is a storm coming. And its decision's going to be getting made. Although the problem here is that he's gutted ethics in the government. So it's like the people that would hold him accountable, and the Constitution holds him accountable, or it should. Emoluments, foreign and domestic. You can't accept gifts. So he is just, but it's not. I'm going to put these over here. Wait, let me see. Yeah, I got the friendship. All right. I don't know. Maybe the friendship is meaning that he's got too many people on his side that are going to overlook it. I doubt he bought it, Moonchild. Well, although now he's taking all that money from people with the crypto thing, the illegal crypto thing. He thinks he has personal time. It's like, and if you've been watching the news too, and they're all saying it as well, he doesn't have personal time. He's the president of the United States. Unfortunately, that's even hard to say for him to be there. So, yeah, I'm sure he did. I'm sure they made some kind of a deal. So, like, they're going to give that to him, and he's going to do something for them if he hasn't already. So, I wouldn't doubt it. He's so crooked. He's criming all of the time. Okay. All right. Enough about the jet and grift. I'm going to get rid of it. Well, since we're talking about the crypto mess, which truly, I don't really understand crypto, and I don't read on financial subjects. But what this is he's just taking money from people. They're buying influence. They're just buying influence. Again, he is once again violating the Constitution. And it's hard. And part of the reason I think I have trouble coming in on this a lot is because I'm so frustrated. It's the system has worked for 250 years, and now we have this. And I still say it's us, it is the people. We, the people, who are going to be able to fight back. So don't forget elections in 2026. Vote local, vote in up and down your ballot. Although the only thing I'm not going to vote for is the school board, since I don't have a child, so I shouldn't be doing that. So I don't know why I voted in. I didn't know who any of the people were. That's a different thing. But for judges and everybody else, do your research. Okay. Back to the cards. Okay, let's see. Now, I want to know again, is anyone going to do anything about this? Or we're going to go to our regular Rider-Waite cards. Oh, yeah. I know it's a junk plane, Rose Blue. It is a junk plane. And that's why they're giving it to him. They can't get rid of it. They were trying to sell it, and they couldn't get rid of it. So, ooh. That one was flying out. 10 of Swords. I think he's starting to get pushed back, as I read before. The last time I came on, this is beautiful. Can't seem to shuffle. All right. I was having trouble with my hands for a couple of months too, so maybe let's get back into it. All right. Let's see. Is anyone going to stop him? A little delay. 33 people here. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Happy Friday. Hopefully it is. And kudos to my federal employee friends out there. Hang in there, y'all, and veterans in the federal service. So, all right. I know your struggles. Although I got out of it before it got too crazy. All right. King of Wands is reversed. All right. So there's no honor in anything he's doing. He's doing it in full view once again. But it is causing some blowback. The Republicans are starting to realize this is a little bit out of control. We've got the plane. We've got the crypto. The list just goes on. Okay. The habeas corpus craziness. No. I wonder if I should touch on that too. Ace of Cups reversed. This is not winning at all. He is really, and we've got the monies coming up over here with the 10 of Pentacles, and he's getting more money from people. There's that Chinese dude that's come back. And, the Biden administration was trying to charge him. And then we've got, my self-confidence card is reversed. So it almost feels like, now he's feeling very emboldened. Oh, yeah, they did, Rose Blue. I say yes, they did. I believe so. If you're going to cut Medicaid and Medicare, I know my mom's on Medicare right now. I have paid into it. I'm newly retired. I'm going to need that someday. So, in addition to my health care, should I still have it? Unless they strip it from us too, because Lord knows they want to be cruel. All right, let's see. I gotta look at federal employees' retirement too. All right, Chariot. All right, so we have the Chariot. So I think these moves that he's making, all the stuff he's doing outright, is going to actually cause some movement with the Republicans. Magician. The Hierophant, the government. Yeah, the government's going to be pushing back on him. He's trying to use everything that he's got right now because it's before the 2026 elections. He is going to lose some ground. If the Democrats get the House, he's going to be pretty much stopped. So that's a good one. It's better if we get both. I do still think there's a possibility we can get the Senate, but I don't know. All right, with the Chariot. So yeah, these moves he's making are they're waking people up on the GOP side, and they're not happy. So the government's going to push back. I do think something's going to be happening. I feel that with this. So, gosh, my nose, it's this hair in my face. All right, you guys. So don't forget, if you have questions, I'm going to check, see if you guys put any questions in. Let's show comments on stage. Wait, there's a new setting in here. Live comments from viewers will appear on screen during your stream. Oh, look. I see it. Although I can't read it, so I don't see what the point is of that. So we won't do that. All right. Sorry, you guys. Everything's changed since I used to come in. All right, let's see what the next one is. Let's get off the crypto mess. So I'll delete that one. All right. Okay, so yeah, some of the subjects I want to talk about the bill. And because it's going to the Senate, I want to know if they're going to stop it. I want to look at the federal employees. Got the military parade fiasco. It's going to destroy Washington, D.C. I want to look at the protests, Harvard and colleges and tariffs. So I don't know. What should I start with? No, don't do it. What? What did I miss? All right. All right. Let me get in here. Let's look. All right. I want to check. I need to give the feds this is the Fed corner over here too. I want to look at the unions because they are trying to destroy the unions. And I belonged as a paying member to NTEU from 2020 because I had a crazy boss. It was prior to my coming onto YouTube the first time. He was just I never met the guy, and he was just harassing me. And I'm like, what did I do? I had one moment because he was interfering in a contract thing, and I was the core, and I'm like, you can't do this. So I was like, we're trying to get a new contract set, and you're interfering. I was like, this can't happen. And he got mad at me. So it was crazy. So he hated me after that because I stood up for myself and for the rule of law, basically. All right. Anyway, so let's look at the unions because this affects a lot of people in the government. I'm going to use groovy weight and law enforcement, and IRS is under NTU, AFGE out there. And my worry is if he destroys the federal government unions, he's going to destroy unions all over the country. Everything from the auto workers, Teamsters, just everybody. It's like if you have a union, they're going to try to get to it. That's my theory and my feeling. And I am allowing my spiritual to hit that now. I always felt like it probably wasn't coming from the greater good, and I wasn't allowing myself as much to pick it up. But last summer, I picked up the Butler incident, and I talked about it to my family on that very morning, and it happened. And so I'm like, well, this is happening, and I need to lean into it a little bit. So I'm going to. So yes, I am a medium. All right. I have seen people who are no longer living. So that's what it is. All right, let's go. Okay, I don't know, Trudy, about that. I have to look at that. I've only heard about that this morning. I can't read on that. I don't know anything about it. And it's just like there's no baseline for me of understanding. So I'll look at it later. All right. A retired owner says, yeah, that's right. All right. So this, and they fight for the rights of that as well. Trudy's saying 99% of us that are retired are on Social Security and Medicare. That's true. I'm not yet. I'm not of age. I'm still not 60. So I wanted to wait till I was 60. I'm 2 years shy. But anyway, so the unions, all right, they are also fighting for like retirement rights for employees and things like that. And this could affect you in private industry. I don't know what your unions do out there. You may belong to one, some type of private industry employee. Oh, you're teasing. Okay. But okay, so what's going to happen? So I see that the 7 of Swords, no, the 6 of Swords reversed. And that's where things are moving off. But I don't feel like the unions are going to go away that easily. I feel like we're still, we're still holding on. They're still making a difference. And they are. And they've got a lot of lawsuits out. The Lovers, the employees want this. So again, the employees can fight back. And there are tools that the unions provide the employees. In case you don't know, like on NTEU, they've got a page where you can go and you can send messages to your congressmen and your senators. And it's like, it's already filled in. You just have to send it. So utilize those, you guys, and, make sure that you do that. So that's that relationship between the employees and the unions. Okay. Page of Pentacles. And this is good news. And I see that the courts are holding for them and the unions are still winning. Now we have obstacles here with the 3 of Wands, and it is because F45 is going to be throwing everything in the mix that he can to mess up the unions. 4 of Cups. Nobody wants to deal with this. I mean, when I see the 4 of Cups, it's just kind of like, oh, really? It's like this again. It's like the courts are actually getting kind of sick of them. I know. Well, Corey, I haven't done it in a week, so I'm here. So, and yep, 4 of Pentacles, 7 of Wands, and Death. Okay. Well, I feel like the Death is actually a good card, especially for the unions, because it's gonna. Who's going to get tired? It's not going to be the unions. It's going to be Trump. They're going to keep doing everything they can. They're trying to hold on to control or get control of the federal employees who are not doing things to block him in any way, which is what he wants to think they're doing. You can't. I don't know what a timekeeper is going to do to block him. So they fired the timekeepers. So why are you firing a timekeeper? How are they going to stop you and your agenda, you orange blob? Okay, sorry. I'm feeling for people I know that are moved. Okay, sorry. So the Death card, I don't think it's going to go anywhere. I think he's going to fight this battle until he can no longer fight it, because I think it's going to get stopped. I just do. I feel like it's just going to end. Yeah, there's a lot of pushback. Hanged Man. Nope. This is not going to be successful. So, I mean, so far they're losing. They're losing. So we really need the federal employee unions to win, because if they win, you guys can win too in private industry. So we need that. All right, let's get in here. Get that going. All right, next one. Let's look at Harvard. Harvard is doing some great pushback. All right. First, they went after them on the tax exempt status, and they pushed back on that. So hopefully Harvard is getting a lot of the lawyers that they've taught to come in and help fight for them. So I'm sure they've got a team, good Lord. So I want to see how they're going to do. Thousands of nursing homes. Oh, I know, Rose Blue. This is awful. And I've got a family member who's starting to get dementia and very concerned about him. And we don't know what's going to happen. And he's going to need Medicare. So my mother is little tiny person. There's no way that she's going to be able to take care of him when that happens. So she's going to be too small. Just, oh, she's so cute. All right. Anyway, let's go look at her. I do that about my mom. It's ridiculous. All right. Let me stop. All right. Let's use the knee. Sorry. Okay. I'm getting silly. All right. Are you using oil and gas? To break the legal system? Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Oh, I had to talk about what happened with this South African leader. What on earth? I mean, there's just so much news. So, all right, let's see. Is Harvard going to be successful? Because Harvard also, as they're saying, yes, for entertainment purposes only. Harvard is another one that we need to do very well for entertainment purposes only. Because if they're able to push back, it will help the other colleges and universities. I want to pull from over here. We're using it. The Neon Pam. Hi, Marby. Welcome. 39 people at 10:17 now. All right. I was a little bit late started. I was supposed to start at 9:30, but then I got briefly sidetracked. Okay, we've got the star. The chariot. Yep. Ooh, Ace of Wands. Ooh, Ace of Swords. Success. I think they're going to be successful. These cards are great. I love these two. I miss these cards. So we have the star. Sorry, I've got my big old labradorite hanging out here on the side. Okay. Whoa. Okay, sorry. Everything's moving. We got the star. So yeah, so they are, I feel like they're just leading this fight really big time anyway. They are Harvard Law School is there. Harvard University itself has got a lot of resources, and they messed it up when they came in and started with the tariffs, and then not the tariffs, the tax exempt status, and then they're like, oh, that was a mistake. Yeah, your being there in the administration is a mistake. This administration's a mistake. All right, the chariot. So yeah, they are able to move things forward. You've got the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Swords and the Six of Wands, which I love. So success, victory, and yeah, we're smarter than you are. Yes, we are, and we're faster. So, and they are. They're very intelligent in how they can fight back, and they're probably going to win against the Gestapo regime or whatever you want to call it. Oh, and did you hear that ICE doesn't want anyone to call them the Gestapo? Well, if you don't want people to call you the Gestapo, then you shouldn't be masked and stealing people off the street and not identifying yourselves. And so if you don't want to be the Gestapo, stop acting like it. And how dare these? And I want to say something too, because I'm very irritated when I see it. Again, I've said it. I was a federal employee for 34 years. We're transparent, except I couldn't tell you for those years when I was on YouTube that I worked there because I wasn't allowed to. But when you're doing your job, you are transparent, and they should be answering FOIA requests, and they've also tried to kill that within the agencies as well. They're defunding and they're killing those offices, and that stuff is required by law. And one of my old jobs, I think, has been gutted as well, which is also required by the Klinger-Cohen Act. So that one is supposed to be there. the capital planning. So, I mean, they're just doing all kinds of, all right, just get me going, but they are acting like the Gestapo. So, all right, speaking of which, we have the military parade. Yes. So you guys haven't had any questions in here? I'm just checking. I'm going to check on the comments before I get going on the ridiculous parade. And I was watching, I think was it John Harbaugh or Harbaugh on Midas Touch, and he was talking about. We had a guest on, and they were talking about how difficult it is for the military to do something like this, and the hours, and the heat, and the travel, and the expense. Okay, waste, fraud, and abuse. Let's look at that for a minute. So we have the plane. We have the crypto thing he did. We have douche, as it's called, and they're all illegal. And Musk is all like, "Oh, we're just advisors." Well, if you're just an advisor, all you do is write a document, put your recommendations in, and meet with the people. You don't change anything illegally. So I see him going to jail someday. By the way, he will go to jail. So unless he gets pardoned, unless we can get Trump out first, let's stop that. But the pardons, I just can't. Right. But we have that. I don't know. You guys know what it all is, I guess. Let's go and read on this parade because my brain's going to explode. There's just so much illegal stuff going on. All right. Let's use this. Because I'm annoyed. I'm still waiting for it to be stopped because Washington, D. streets cannot handle tanks. I don't know. I just can't see it. I worked in D.C. before. I think it was like 16th and K in a law firm in the 90s. I was down there. I was a legal secretary at the time. And I remember my office got shut down one day where they were trying to keep us away from the windows because across the street at the hotel, I think it was George Bush. Yeah, George Bush was number one, was meeting in the hotel. Yeah, it's a daily crime scene. You're right. All right, so is this going to happen? Gosh, these cards are big. I'm not used to them. All right, one more shuffle. So a lot of times I don't reshuffle in between shows like I used to. So I got to get these cards going. 46 people. Welcome, everyone. All right, let's see. I've been on for 43 minutes. So, but yeah, please like and subscribe if you want to chat. It's got a 5-minute timer, so please come on in and visit. All right, and don't forget, yes, Herbert Walker Bush. So, yeah, I've got a show next Tuesday on my channel with Scott Allen. We haven't read together in a couple of years because I've been off YouTube, so I'm psyched to have my friend Scott back on. Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Eastern. All right, I'm going to turn these around. I'm not feeling these reversed. We're not going to do it. Okay, Knight of Discs. All right, the potential. Boy, this is really like in here. Trying to make it. Okay, so the Knight of Discs. So this is sort of my potential card. So it's potentially a fiasco, big time. I think people are looking for ways to stop it. I don't know if there's anybody on the Hill who's brave enough to do it. If they should be brave, they need to tell them not to do it. I hate this thing that everyone's afraid of him. We have the sun again, so everybody can see what he's doing. We know he's a narcissist, and he's got to have his little parade because his ego is so fragile. Victory so far, so far he's winning this one. Luxury. I love this though. The Four of Cups, luxury. But in this deck, this is making me feel like, oh no, I did not get fired. No. So maybe I didn't. Oh, old silver got fired. Okay, no, I have not. All right. But anyway, the Four of Cups luxury. So this is sort of his thing where he's like, he's getting his ego boost. He's just getting his ego boost. But we do have the Three of Swords, and this one says virtue, and it's in front of a fire truck. So it could actually cause some major damage, I think, to him. I think it is. And I don't know. I know we talked about how MAGA is starting to peel off of him a little bit. They're starting to see that, you know, the Democrats or the opposite, I don't want to say the Democrats, but the opposing party of MAGA, which is everyone who's not MAGA, is basically saying he is stealing from us. And this is a lot of wasted money. Ace of Discs. Oh, I think it might happen. Okay. Yeah, we have the Ace of Discs and we have the hacker over here, Prince of Swords. He's my warning card. And this is kind of, I get that anonymous feel from this one because he's a hacker. He's in front of the computer. There might be somebody trying to muck it up, trying to stop it from happening. Somebody's trying to find a way to cancel this. So there might be a little upheaval going on, according to the cards. So, and I've been feeling personally that it's going to happen, but that's why I like to use these because they can tell you something else. So, because it helps to clarify what I'm already feeling. So maybe somebody's going to do something to stop it. Yes, he's emotionally. Yes. Old Silver says, yes, they're all MAGA, not the same corporations. Yep. And mostly a 6-year-old tossing a fit on the floor. Yes. Oh, and to finish my story, because I didn't, yeah, I hope so, but Pete Hegseth's given it to him. It's the only problem with him. So I forget what I was saying. Oh yeah, but all they did when the president came was we were told to stay away from the windows and everything. So it was like, but I was saying that I work downtown. So I don't like working downtown. I'm glad I'm not having to do it anymore for any reason. I don't have to go down there except to see my sister. All right. Ouch. All right. I have a couple more. Let's look at the budget bill. Now I want to know if, ouch, man, this necklace is getting me. Sorry. It's getting into my hair. It's not curled yet. All right. So it passed by one vote in the House, which is a disaster bill. And they claim they weren't touching Medicaid or Medicare, but it is. And, that's a problem. The debt limit's going to be, they're trying to raise that. And we're already hugely in debt as it is. And Trump keeps putting us higher in debt. Oh, and this parade's going to help put us more in debt as well. And firing the federal employees did not save any money. In fact, they're trying to figure out how to get some of these offices back. And they're also trying to kill the federal employees' retirement, which is not also going to help that much. Some stuff got walked back. We were already paying a lot into, I'm retired now, so I can talk about it, but I paid quite a bit into my retirement on my own, and they matched some stuff, and they do offer the thrift savings plan. And if you are a Fed and you're still in there, please contribute to your thrift savings plan. It is a lifesaver, and they match. So at like 5% or something. So do it. If you haven't. I didn't get a chance to do my catch-up contributions either because I had to get out before it got crazy. And I was worried they were going to find my old YouTube channel and be like, you're not loyal enough. I was going to fail the loyalty test right off the bat. I would have been like, no, I'm not loyal. It's to the Constitution. So pick a finger. Anyway, but all right. So the bill is doing all kinds of bad things. And now, if you're listening, some background here, the Senate Republicans don't like it. And there's some surprising people who are against it. And they did walk back a lot of the stuff that they were trying to do also on the federal retirement stuff. They walked a lot of that back. People didn't like that. They're not going to get anyone to work for the government anymore if you do that. And yes, we should have, I do believe that serving the country, yeah, we should have retirement. And actually, I think everybody else should be able to have retirement. So I wish they could fix it for the rest of the country. So, and before I get into this too, and one of my big things about the healthcare thing was that I couldn't understand why we had a really good healthcare thing, like the federal employees' healthcare benefits. Why couldn't they have taken that and kind of like done it for everybody else too? I couldn't understand. I was against the ACA back then. I worked under HHS. I didn't like it. And I just couldn't understand why it wasn't modeled after what we had. That's just me. I want everyone to have it, but I thought they should have taken what we had and done it for everyone else also, to some extent anyway. I don't know. I thought it was a reasonable idea, but I didn't have anyone to tell it to. Okay, let's look at this. I want to know if the Senate's going to stop it. 50 people here. Good morning. Good morning. All right, please like and subscribe. All right, let's get this going. I'm only 51 minutes in, so if you guys have other questions, please put them in. To be good at psychological games with Rule 34 counts. Oh, I know. He's the biggest criminal. That's another thing. I didn't want to work in a criminal regime. I just can't. I'm too by the book, and I'm too honest, and I can't do it. And I wasn't going to work under RFK Jr. Worm brains was too much for me. All right, let's go look at this. I know I'm yakking a lot. It'll probably be a lot of fun with Scott. We'll probably be talking a lot. My nose is just tickling. It has to be. There it is. There's a hair. So, and no, I do not do drugs. The strongest thing I take is Advil. Yeah. So nobody give me that. All right. All right. They're all reversed. I'm turning them around. Yeah, we have to turn these around. Okay. So the big ugly bill passed the Congress. I'm not going to call it what he's calling it because that is a child name for a bill. A real bit like, and that bill is such a mess. And they're even talking about it's just too big. They want to break it into smaller parts. You know, the whole thing is just absolutely stupid. All right. So we have the Queen of Cups, and this is all about being secure emotionally. So what it did, it helps Mike Johnson feel good because he got to go through and they get to be buddies with Trump. But the Empress is in here. I mean, they're just really, okay. I'm trying to see if the Senate, but I'm getting the Congress energy. Or maybe that's coming on the future. Okay, yeah. I'm getting it from the past. All right, so this is Congress over here. All right. I know Nixon does look like a saint. So we've got the Queen of Cups and we've got the Empress. So there's a little female energy in there. And, you know, you have to admit, with all the whining, and, you know, I'm not trying to knock guys. I like men. But these guys in particular are little wimpy wimps. So the orange and the saccharine Mike, I call him saccharine because his saccharine smile, Mike Johnson, drives me crazy. It's this fake little sweet smile that he does. It's just awful. I can't look at him. The lovers. So yeah, it's their whole like little, I'm going to do anything for you kind of thing. So going towards the Senate, now the Senate over here is looking at this and going, are they serious? Are they really serious? I have the full. And they don't like the way this is going with the money. They want to control better how the fiscal responsibility. So it's a little bit, they don't like it this way. From everything I've heard. I mean, did you see that Josh Hawley is actually against this? It's like, what is that? But I have no respect for him because, all right. Oh, that's right. Everything's coming out reverse. I need to flip the deck around. All right. So what we have now is the balance. So the Senate's going to get it, and they're going to be like, okay, let's look at what's actually in here. And we're going to take the things that we think should be passed. Not everything's going to pass there. They're going to break it up. So they're planning on breaking it up. They're going to pull it apart, so to speak. The Seven of Pentacles. So here again, they're taking a good look at this thing. I mean, they are really, really looking at it, and they're saying, we need to break this up into these parts. I like this. I don't like that. We're not going to even touch this. The Medicare, Medicaid stuff's probably going to get pulled out. I predict they're not even going to want to touch that. They are a lot of the federal employee benefits stuff they've been backing off of. That's a problem. And remember, federal employees are voters. They keep forgetting that they're human beings, and that so. But the Senate's going to work together with the Three of Pentacles, so they're going to start doing a little bit more in there. Yeah. Oh, he's working on getting reelected. Well, I guess that explains it. I think. Okay, with the Four of Wands here, and this is sort of a celebration card. I think they're gonna. It's just giving me that the blocking parts of it will be successful, but they're gonna look at it and send it back to the Congress. So it's not going to be a total. Yeah, they're gonna take what they think is going to work financially. So yeah. Elon's not free yet, so he's still hanging around. But I noticed when I drove past my local Tesla dealership, people were still out there protesting. It was a smaller crowd, but I hope people continue to do it. I still need to get out there to join that one myself. So I don't know. I feel like they're going to get in the way of it. They're going to break it up. It's not going to go as it is. And speaking of protests, or should I hit the tariffs? Oh, the tariffs are just a nightmare. I don't think there's any. The tariffs speak for themselves. Okay, let's look at the protests. Since we're talking about protests, I want to know what kind of effect this is having on 45, because I noticed this hair on my nose. It's like, is it in my? Okay, it's driving me crazy. Hold on. I know, off the camera for a minute. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, I'm back. So there's like 1,000 protests for this weekend, or for the 14th, for June 14th. So, all over the country. So if you can get in there, go for it. Although I did want to protest in DC, but I don't want to because I'm afraid that I'd be counted as somebody attending this stupid parade. Oh, I forgot about that though. They have tickets, and I forget who I saw. I think it was that Adam Kinzinger, Liz Cheney, something on Facebook, and they were like, buy tickets and just don't show up. So like you get the tickets and no people show up. So nobody, I don't know. Might be something fun to do if you're thinking about it. So, all right, let's see if the protests are having any effect. All right, I'm going to use the Mons Tarot. So, yes, always peaceful protests. Thank you, Trudy. Okay, these are very tough. Okay, these are tough. Okay, obviously, I can't do it this way. So, yeah, I have to get back in the habit of. There's one card in here that looks like a toothpaste. It had me laughing so hard when I first had this deck of cards. I'm like, was it 2022? In the middle of a show. I just lost it. It looked like a tube of toothpaste. All right. Okay. Well, the whole idea is to buy the tickets and not go, and just like have them expecting all these people and nobody shows up. It's a form of protest. There's all kinds of ways to protest, people. Okay. Let's see. Are they having any effect? It's a cute Mons Tarot. And I'm using the good energy cards here for the protesters. All right, I'll turn this way. Two of Cups. All right, these are coming out reversed too. I don't want that. Two of Pentacles. A lot of twos. Seven of Wands. King of Cups. The Moon. Okay, so are they having any effect? Well, we've got, people are partnering, they're getting together and just sort of the community in America, right? I mean, we're really, there's more of us than there are of them, you guys. And then Two of Pentacles. So it's like, yeah, we need to keep it peaceful. It's not really hard to do. We just stay out of the thing. We don't want them getting cocky and thinking they can declare martial law or anything. It's not going to happen. We're not going to do that. Seven of Wands also. So the people are able to push back. We are making a difference. I say yes, that there is a difference. And I'm going to say we, because I have actually gotten to be in a protest. So King of Cups. So we're doing it for the right reasons. We're doing it for the right reasons. But we still don't know the outcome yet. We're still waiting to see the impact this has, but it does drive him crazy. Marina. Oh, I know Marina. I haven't seen her in a long time. I had to check in with her. I know who she is. Yeah. It's been a while. I'm in a better frame of mind than I was back in 23, 24 too. I was having a rough time. Okay. Yes, we are. See, the Lovers energy is back here. I got the Two of Cups and I got the Lovers. So we do still have that in the twos. I'm going to put that over there. Six of Wands and Strength. So my feeling is, yeah, well, Six of Wands, I think we are successful. And you have to remember, again, our documents say we the people, and we don't do tyranny, and we don't like to be ruled. We're done with that since 1776 or whenever we won the war. We're done. They tried to do it to us again in 1812, but that didn't happen. Yeah, we are being successful. We're going to win. We just have to continue to show our strength, right? So we've got to do it. That's how we're going to win it. So yes, that is a positive. So I think it is having an effect. So if you're not sure, just get out there and, oh, what happened to my default? Came off again. Like all my stuff is coming apart. All right. So let's go over here with this. All right. This has been fun so far. Oh, it's 10:42. I've only been on for an hour. It feels like a long time. But yeah, but it should be fun when Scott and I get on to read. So I used to read with him a lot in 2021, 22. Read on Beto O'Rourke. Okay. Let's see. All right, let me get this back up here. Ta-da. Oh, Beto O'Rourke. All right, let's see. All right, let's give it a whirl. Time flies when you're having fun. Yes, it is. I know. It's just once I get back in here, I'm good. It's just kind of, I think I spend too much time ruminating over stuff and watching the news, and instead of yelling at the TV, I should just come in and throw cards. I feel a lot better. I do after I do a show. So please like and subscribe and hit the thumbs up. And even if you hit the thumbs down, you're helping me. So thank you to that one person that likes to do it to everything. You're interacting. You're helping my channel. So thank you very much. Keep it up. And click the down twice. I don't care. All right, let's look at Beto O'Rourke. Yeah, I used to care. I don't care that much anymore. It's like they don't scare me. So, all right, let's see. How's Beto O'Rourke going to do? Seven of Pentacles. Ooh, Eight of Wands. There's a lot of energy. A lot of eight energy. Complete mastery. Knight of Swords. Okay. All right. Well, I've got Seven of Pentacles for him. So he's running against Cornyn. Ooh. Well, we want. Okay. Yeah, Beto's a good guy. So that's Texas, isn't it? Wasn't he Texas? All right. Seven of Pentacles. He's worked really hard, over the years. I remember him, for entertainment purposes only also. All right. Yeah, he's built up a following, and he has done well for himself. He's well-spoken. He does have there's a lot of good energy coming in for him with Eight of Wands, it's like this is like activations. Like when he gets going, he's probably going to have a good run. But there might be something kind of holding him back. It's like a little bit of a, I don't know. When I see this card, it's like a temporary crisis kind of thing. But because like this woman could walk out of here, except she can't see, so she might actually bump into the swords and possibly cut herself or something. But she could probably get out, drop that down and get the blindfold off. So it's kind of like he is preparing. He might be looking to see what kind of opposition he's going to have before he makes a move. It's kind of what I'm getting now when I'm looking at this card. It just feels like he could move. He's contemplating what his next move would be. But he's got the mastery here. He knows how to do this, but he needs this success to be successful though. But there is something he needs to watch out for, or someone. They might play dirty. So whatever he's got going on, he needs to be able to deflect, I would think. I want to shuffle this. Why can't I shuffle anything anymore? I'm gonna have to sit here and just shuffle cards. Try and get back into it. All right. Beta O'Rourke. All right, let's see. High Priestess. Yeah, like there's something going on in the background that he's looking at, that he's trying to figure out how to approach it. There's something that he has to look out for. King of Pentacles influence. Emperor. Okay. There might be something that the grifter is doing. Hey, Strawberry Rhubarb. That is doing over here, and with the influence and the High Priestess. So he's looking at something, whatever it is that they're trying to do in the background. But he's trying to get, I think, influence over this guy, get ahead of him, whatever it is they're planning. Yes, the Republicans are corrupt. That's true. All of that is true. So they are. I can't even believe. I mean, I'm embarrassed that, I've said it in the past. I'm embarrassed that I was ever a Republican, like in my life, ever. I was never this kind of thing. So his country first. And I think all of this stuff that's going on is so un-American. And, we just have to fight against it. Hey, Strawberry Rhubarb. How are you doing? I haven't seen you in a while. Are you free right now, Sharon? I don't know if you want to come in for a few minutes. I'm getting ready to shut down soon, but if you want to come in and chit chat, talk about Canada if you're interested. I can't talk all of a sudden. Water. Just let me know. But all Wreath Thugs are. I don't know that all of them are rose blue. I think a lot of them are. Who's that? Todd Brown. Paxton's running against Cornyn. Oh yeah, well, Paxton is very crooked. Yes, they are unrecognizable. Let me know if you want to pop in for a few minutes, Sharon. I'll send you an invitation. Since I don't work anymore, we can just do whatever. Oh, you can't? All right. Well, I'm happy to see you. So yeah. I know this is the kind of stuff I used to do when I started my channel the last time. Like other readers would come in and we'd all just like jump on with each other. But everybody's different. It's all different now. So, but I know I keep doing that. And now, it's during the work day and I know there's other people doing. Yes, I know the readers have to find me. I know that Sharon comes in. I've seen, Jeff Tara Ask Backwards is here. I know. We will. We will. Well, send me an email. I know I sent you one last time. So, but I'm open. So, all right, everybody. Well, it's been an hour. I think I've hit everything. Thanks so much for joining me today at this sort of surprise. This is a real pop-up. This is the kind that isn't planned. That's a pop-up. So I just thought I'd do it. I like the early birds. So, but I got to do some, maybe show being from Michigan. Hey, right now, I don't know how anybody can't be biased about what's going on in this country right now. I mean, you're either MAGA or you're American, as far as I'm concerned. So that's where I am. It is like, I don't care. It's not Republican, Democrat anymore. And I'm going to stop talking about it like that because I feel like it's not about the party anymore. MAGA is not Republican either. And the Republicans have abdicated. They've just given up the game and we're just doing whatever crazy stuff 45 wants to do. So and everybody else is pro America. So I'm pro America, not MAGA. So, and hi, Ian. You can probably do these as often as you want more. I know. I just have to I'm trying to get comfortable doing lives again or just doing YouTube and trusting my readings. And it's just been a while. I've been out of practice. So, even though I'm a natural medium and all that stuff, but I'm not exercising those muscles just yet. And I'm trying to give myself the grace to actually call myself that because I've been funny about it. Like, but that's really kind of what I am. But yeah, I'm venting. But I'm sure my venting isn't that far from your venting. And it is one way for us to get through this until they come after us on YouTube. But at least they can't fire me now. So I'm past worrying about that. So, and I want to say this, and I want to encourage, there are actually some of the feds who are leaving. They're getting either riffed or they're just retiring or they're resigning. There's a lot of them that want to run for office. So I am excited, and we're probably going to see some of them out there. Oh, great. Yay, Sharon. So, oh, thank you, Trudy. But I mean, I just want people to have a safe space to do this in. I'm not judging, we're all going through different things, but I will welcome if somebody was once in MAGA and they realize now that I made a mistake. I don't want this. There are some people who voted for him that weren't full on MAGA. And I'm like, if they realize that this was wrong, I goofed, and they want to right the wrong, I want to welcome them here though. I will welcome them. If they can say, I did this, I screwed up, or I didn't see this. I don't know how you didn't see it, but if you say, okay, I fell into this cult thing but I don't want to do this anymore. And I will welcome those people here. So if they want to throw that off and say, I'm for America and vote that way, then I welcome them. All right, I'm going to put that out there. I have not said that before, but I'm saying it now because we need to get people back and get everybody on the right path for the Constitution, for the people, and no kings, no dictators, and all of our freedoms. Because I tell you, and this wasn't part of my reading today, but it's a sense I have. He's coming for the Second Amendment. So they're wrong if they think that he's just going to help them. That hasn't been the case. And, yes, come join us if you realize you don't like that anymore. And we will not attack you. I will not, but we have to win them back over. So that is something that I've not expressed before. But it is something that we need to do. And you know what I mean? We have to help them make that transition too. So that's right. There's a crack in everything. Let the light come in. I have one. Yep. Oh, yeah. I have one thing to thank Trump for. Yep. Mark Carney. Yes. That's a good thing that you're not doing all that too. Yes. But Monet Readings is right. There's a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. That's right. All right. So on that note, have a wonderful weekend. If I don't see you before that, because we don't know, I'm watching all this news and I think I feel better when I come in and do YouTube too, instead of sitting here and just like, what should I read on? What should I just come in and we'll all just deal with it. All right. All right, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.